Sure. All right. So we are recording. We are live.
Hello world.
Hello, world. So I guess we can get started.
Yeah,
Um,
you can start it off, Andrew.
Usually Para starts it off, but I'll start it off this time. All right, guys. This is the Uncaught Exceptions podcast. Me and my co-host Krystal have two special guests, Ben and Awad and Daisy. We are all TikTok content creators. Ben and Awad does some YouTube. We're all software engineers, software engineering community. So yeah, why don't you guys introduce yourself? I guess Daisy, you can go first.
Hey guys, this is Daisy Murillo. I like technology, and I do some TikToks on tech entertainment, kind of. I study computer science during my evenings and work during the day as an engineer.
Cool. Hello everyone. My name is Ben Awad. I am 23 years old and I live in Austin, Texas. I am a software consultant and I also do some tech content on YouTube and TikTok. And I am a web developer, full stack, JavaScript, really TypeScript, React, that kind of thing.
Nice. Thank you guys for joining. So I think today we're going to talk about dating in tech. And what triggered this conversation is, so Daisy a couple weeks ago posted a video on like a study done on how women in like tech roles usually go for guys in the same type of field, but men in the tech space, they go for girls that are not in STEM necessarily. And yeah, let's dive into that a little bit, Daisy. So what did you find in that study?
Okay, well, I guess the reason I made that TikTok was because people are really interested with the whole dating scene, and I feel like that's what really drives people to do things, and I don't know, it just motivates them. So I started looking at studies specifically for software developers, who they typically end up with. And what I found was that female software developers, for the most part, end up with male software developers and female software developers. But with male software developers, they tend to find partners in different fields. Among those fields were teachers, RNs, and
HR.
I think HR, auditors, yeah.
I
And
feel
I thought
like
it was interesting. I thought it was interesting how non-engineers are attracted to engineers. And I guess it just has to do with the kinds of people that go into those fields. I don't know. I guess
Are you sure it's an
what-
attraction thing? Like that might be part of it, but this also sounds like just there's less people or less girls in STEM, and there's more girls that are teachers and RNs
I guess that's
that is
HR.
true. Yes.
That's a good
Like-
point, Ben.
It
Yeah,
kind of
that is
feels like
true.
those just are the like female dominated fields that were named.
All right.
Well,
I
it
mean,
could be.
all right.
I agree with
true.
that because computer science, software development is male dominated. I agree with Ben, but I was also like, when I first saw your TikTok, Daisy, I was thinking that maybe it had to do with the fact that I guess like men have a harder time of being able to date women in software engineering.
Right.
If that makes any sense. Whereas like it's easier
Wait, why do you say that?
I don't know. I feel like it's.
You guys have,
Wait, no.
I guess I
was
should.
just
I
curious,
guess I
like, what you
should be
meant by that,
careful
like,
about
when you
what
say
I
it's harder.
say. But at first take, I feel like it. If I wanted to go out there and I wanted to find like a software developer girl to date, it would be relatively difficult for me to do, as opposed to a girl trying to find a guy in software development. I don't know exactly why
just
I have.
Wise, you're saying, or
What was
are you
that?
saying like just because there's less STEM girls, or like like it's more than that?
I don't know exactly the reason why, but that's just like the feeling I have. Like at first take, that's what I thought when I saw your video, Daisy. I don't know exactly why.
Is it finding them or is it dating them?
I think being able to attract them.
Would
that
you
makes any
date
sense.
one though?
I would totally date a software
Have
developer.
you dated someone in like
No,
CS,
I
like
haven't.
in school or anything?
No, I haven't, but I would like to because like I don't know, it's a lot easier to relate to somebody who like shares a lot of the same perspectives as you. So I don't know, sometimes when I'm like talking to a girl that I'm dating and she's not in software development, it's harder for me to relate to her because everything I tell her, she doesn't really like understand what I'm saying. But it'd be really cool to date somebody who like shares those viewpoints and can like actually understand what I'm saying and like be enthusiastic about the same things. If that makes any sense.
I mean, that's why I would want, like, I would date someone in the same field, but I'm also the girl that like dumbs down her Tinder profile so that dudes aren't intimidated to like ask me out. So like, I don't know if I'm the best test case for this. What's your experience on that, Daisy?
Is that from feedback that you've gotten, or like you like proactively dumb down?
I proactively dumbed
Okay, interesting.
like, I mean, it's the numbers game at the end of the day. I mean, it's not like I take Tinder that seriously anyway, but on top of it, me not taking it seriously, I felt like a lot of dudes that do match me aren't in tech, aren't in.
You
like,
want a dumber guy then, or
I mean, I thought I thought that was I thought that was where we were going with the dudes in tech not dating women that are in tech because they're too smart. So that was gonna be my whole. I thought I was gonna bring it all together. This is why I dumbed down my profile, but you like axed that theory way down bad. You were like, there's just not enough girls in STEM, and it's true.
That's probably the reason why.
I did the study, so that's a thing too.
That is true because 90% of software jobs, I think it was taken in 2020, are taken by males. So only 10% of engineers are female. So that makes sense why they would have to, search in different areas.
Yeah, I mean, but what's your experience with it, Daisy? Like, do you feel like dudes in tech like hit you up, or are they just like too nerds of like too much of nerds to like even hit up anybody?
No, I think that's interesting because you have to look at the types of people that go into these fields in software. So they're not your typical like extroverted, social outgoing person. It's usually someone more introverted, doesn't really like to talk. They don't find the value in emotional connection. Sometimes like they almost find it a distraction. And that's what I've noticed with people who are like in tech and engineering. So I can understand why those people wouldn't want to date because it's just a distraction for them. It doesn't add value to their code or, their career or, so that's what I think. At least that's what I've noticed so far with people in tech.
Yeah. I mean, what's your experience with it, Ben? I know you're like the king of simp talk, so this may not even be relevant to you, like talking about dating, because you just have girls hitting you up from all angles.
Actually, Daisy somewhat like hit like the nail on the head with the description for me, at least. I'm kind of just grinding right now. I'm not actually dating right now. So I mean, there's girls available for me, yes, but.
And do you think it's because you're unavailable to them that the girls are attracted to you?
It might be that.
Because like you're working so hard. I feel like sometimes like the forbidden fruit is way more attractive than somebody who's available. You know what I mean?
Or he's the next Evan Spiegel to these like models, right? Evan from Snapchat married fucking, what's that girl's name? Miranda Kerr, the Victoria's Secret model. So like
I think it could be that a little bit because like I just ignore like 99% of all girl comments in TikTok. So like that honestly could be part of it. But to be honest, I have not put too much like analytical thought about how that's working. Yeah.
But I feel like there has like, what kinds of people would you say, Ben, are attracted to you in those comments? Like,
I don't know if there's like a pattern.
I've noticed this pattern not with just Ben, but there's this other tech talker. He's Asian. He has his own startup. And beforehand, he didn't have like a lot of attraction. But all of a sudden, he started gaining like all these girls. And I'm just, it's interesting to me because these girls don't come from that same background as him. So what is it that they find so attractive of him? Is it like no, I'm not like trash talking people. I feel like there's something there, something to analyze. So I don't know.
A very common comment is, Ben, I have no idea what you're saying. Like that's a very common comment that I get.
Like, I don't understand, because I feel like, Ben, you didn't have that kind of attention before TikTok. But once you got on TikTok, like, your popularity just kind of
it's two things. One, it's because the ratio of just men to women on YouTube, there's a lot more guys on the platform. On TikTok, there's a lot more girls on the platform. But even at the beginning of TikTok, like, my ratio wasn't like this. TikTok, on one particular video, hit like just push it to a bunch of girls. And then once TikTok understands that girls like this video, there's no going back. Like, it just continues to push it even harder to girls. And like, once that happens, it's like I'm just in the hole of girls now on TikTok, if that makes sense.
Positive feedback
TikTok
loop.
just keeps pushing the content. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is the platform is determining like that, how that's working.
The algorithm is working in your favor.
In this regard, yes.
That's so funny.
I think every dude that's on TikTok wishes they had this problem. But I mean, also, like, I know you're not actively dating, but didn't you have weren't you like dating on your live like a few days ago? Someone told me like they had just came from your live to my live, and I'm like, oh, his lives are too chaotic, I can't be in them. And they're like, well, he was like on like a date. It was really fun to watch. Like, okay, so can you kind of go into that? What happened there? Were you there, guys, watching this?
No, but I'm curious to hear about it.
So there's a new TikTok feature where you can split the live. So it's half you, half another person. So I was testing that with another person. They happen to be a girl. And if I ever talk to another girl, there's going to be some tension, and chat goes a little bit wild. And so, chat calls it a date. Chat wants me to ask her out. Chat, is a little, it's like, it was just us testing out the feature. But yeah, chat definitely called it that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a chance that this may turn into a date situation for you? I feel like this is a great
live, or are you talking about this podcast?
I mean, both.
Oh, both? Okay.
All of the above.
I think the answer in general is probably no, but like, you never know, right? Like,
This is,
the world's funny.
Andrew, so like, do you not? So even in college, you didn't really like date girls that were in STEM at all?
Well, when I was in college, so the entire time I was at university, I had a girlfriend for about 2 years.
You and Paras.
Yeah, the entire time. So like, I wasn't like technically available, but I did see girls in my STEM classes. UC Berkeley has a relatively high female ratio to guys in that like environment. For some reason, we're just like really good with the ratio. But even then, like when I would go to office hours, it would be mostly guys. Probably like 50 people in this room, like waiting to talk to the TA. And at these office hours, there's probably like maybe 5 girls. And you could tell like the guys were always trying to like hit on the girls or like try to help the girls like with their homework and stuff like that. Always. And so I thought that was interesting. So like, yeah, I mean, like if I wanted to talk to a girl in these like office hours, like not that I ever would, like it would be a lot more difficult because so many guys are coming after these girls. So that was the whole.
Are they really? Do they have
that problem?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that not all of them had a chance. Some of them, maybe they did. I don't know. But that was just the dynamic at my school. You know what I mean? Just like the guys were always just after the girls in STEM. So I guess that reinforces Daisy's point, the study that she found.
It also reinforces a video that she made, I think, a couple days ago about asking boys to do our homework.
Oh,
you have a video that said something like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, most of my TikToks are just jokes.
No, I know. I joke about that too,
okay.
but those are true though. Like, it's really easy for a girl to ask a dude to do their homework because they just wanna keep talking to this girl. So I've definitely taken advantage of that. I'm not gonna lie.
My friend actually told me that. I was hanging out with a friend that I've known for a while, and she was saying the same thing, that she would be really nice to guys these office hours because she wanted them to help them out with her homework, and she would like get people to help them out, just because like she would just be really nice to guys, and they would, sometimes do the homework for her. So, I mean, that's definitely an advantage that some girls take advantage of, some girls don't. Depends on like your morals, I guess.
I mean, okay, so then it comes down, if it just comes down to ratio, like you guys were, saying, like if a girl presented herself to you and she is a software engineer, like, and you were like single, would you give that a go?
Yes.
Like, or would you, or would that still be like distraction from like?
Obviously depends on the girl, but
okay.
In general,
any girl.
I feel like for me personally, like if a girl has like the similar traits, similar interests and passions as me, I think that's attractive. Personally, other people might not think the same way. I don't know about you guys.
I agree. I prefer someone who's similar in the same field as well as me.
There's just more to talk about, like you don't have to like dumb yourself down to like talk to these boys. But
what about you, Ben? Do you prefer girls that are software developers or not software developers?
Honestly, I may be like on the other end / indifferent. Like I don't mind talking to non like software engineers, and like part of like half the stuff I do is like explaining or like talking to people that are not technical, and like I don't mind that. Like I don't need to do deep hardcore algorithms with like my girlfriend. I have like work that I can like do that sort of thing. I don't mind like giving a high level overview of what we're working on with her. I don't need to like be in the weeds. Like I'm fine having that kind of like separation. Yeah.
Val said every CS boy has played me, to be honest. Damn. That's I mean, I have not dated a CS boy, so I can't tell you. But I'm sure they are like every other man, and they will play me. I mean, you guys are guys at the end of the day.
Wow.
Right? Wow. I mean, you guys are taking such offense, but
so like Ben's perspective on like whether or not he prefers CS girls, my roommate in college had the same exact perspective. He said that when he like, finds somebody, he wants somebody not in the same field as him, because he said that would be so mentally taxing, because like, I don't know, he's sometimes overwhelmed by his field. He wouldn't want to like date somebody and then be overwhelmed like mentally when he's dating them, if that makes any sense.
Or like they don't want to talk about that subject matter outside of work.
Exactly. They don't want to bring work into the relationship. They want a separation, like a break from that, which I understand. I totally understand that.
What were you going to say, Daisy?
That's interesting, because I prefer someone who kind of thinks the same way as I do, because I don't like translating. I have a hard time already trying to express myself.
Yeah.
And typically people who are in tech kind of share that logical background, or they're not very in tune with their emotions, somewhat. So I feel like they just I feel like most problems would arise from having different thinking styles and different communication styles already. So
it's a communication
I wouldn't
barrier for
want
you.
that.
It's a communication barrier for you.
A bit, yes.
So I feel the same way. Like for me, like I feel the same way. If I try to convey something that's technical to a non-technical person, some people are good at it. I'm not very good at dumbing things down because I don't know what level of complexity to assume the person can understand. So I just choose a level, and sometimes that's the wrong level. It goes over their head, or it's like too dumb for them. So I kind of understand where Daisy's coming from in that point, in that aspect.
Right.
I mean, I see where she's coming from too, because to be honest, like if I know a dude is 1000% dumber than I am and cannot hold an intellectual conversation with me, then I already not respect this. I don't respect this dude enough to like actually take him seriously. So I guess that's where it comes in for me.
That doesn't make any sense. Then why are you doing that and then dumbing down your Tinder profile?
Okay,
that
Tinder's
makes
like
no
a joke
sense.
because Tinder's a joke.
Called
to me,
out.
guys. Like
Called out.
You're
Tinder's a
setting yourself
joke.
up for this.
It's fine. It's fine. Tinder's a joke, guys. Tinder's not serious. Tinder
Okay.
is not where you find your Prince Charming.
Where do you
Tinder
find your
is
Prince Charming? Is it a different
not
app?
on
Is it not a dating app? What
I
is it?
mean, it may.
Where do you
don't
look,
know.
Krystal? If that's what you want, where do you look?
I was trying to be like Ben and find simps. So like I'm trying to take over simp talk, but it just isn't working for me because I don't have the boyish charm that Ben does.
I
So
told
like
you you're
for these
trying too
simps,
hard.
I know you already told me I'm trying too hard, so I've stopped trying. I have these
Good.
applicants for simp applications, but
That's
I
you're trying
stopped
too
reading.
hard.
I
Yep.
know. I have all these submissions. I'm not even gonna read them. I'm just letting it go.
How many
See, I want you
submissions?
to like, yeah, instead of dumbing down, you need to smart up and like don't try at all for simp talk, and then they come. Okay, that's what I want you to do.
Thank you for the advice,
Yeah.
Simp King.
Love guru. It's a love guru.
Where do you look, Daisy? Or do you look? Or are we just waiting for our knight in shining armor to come sweep us off our feet? What are we doing?
I don't know. I
want to
don't
be
really
there
know.
with you.
It's really difficult because the kinds of people that I feel like I'm attracted to wouldn't want to go out anyways. So,
like with you, or they're just not dating material?
Like in social events and such.
Why do you say that?
Do you even want to go to social events as an introvert? Like, do you want to do that?
Not really, but
yeah,
you
want the option.
Yeah.
But why do you say they wouldn't? They wouldn't want to.
Wouldn't want to go to social events?
No, you said the guys that you go after would not want to go on a date with you. Is that what you said?
No. I mean,
sorry.
The types of people I like people who are not very outgoing, kind of like extroverted.
Introverted. You like introverts.
Introverted. Right. And people who are introverts wouldn't really go out. So it's kind of a difficult thing, you know? How do you find an introvert when you never...
Being an introvert is difficult. I would agree.
It's difficult.
I mean, is it though?
It can be at times. When you're trying to be social. When you're trying to be social.
Tell us, where should we look?
Who are you asking? Discord.
Discord? Did you say Discord?
Yeah, Discord.
I mean, I've heard about Discord simps. I mean, I'm down.
Oh my gosh.
Daisy's like, no.
There's so many toxic people on Discord. I've had a really bad experience on Discord. On some servers.
What happened?
No,
wait, what?
That's a whole other story. But I don't know. Some people are really scary on Discord. I think you just have to be really careful on Discord.
I guess that's just online in general then, huh?
Yeah, online. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where else to look, guys. Like, I just feel like I'm not gonna...
Okay, have you guys tried...
Sorry. Have we tried what?
Have you guys tried Hinge? The dating app? Have you guys heard of it?
I don't like dating apps.
You don't like dating apps? Okay.
Yeah, they're
Krystal,
a little sus.
you were on Tinder. Have you tried other
Yeah,
dating
because
apps?
I'm gonna tell you guys why I was on. I'm gonna the judgment. Right?
Entertainment?
Okay, no, it is entertainment. So like initially, my friend and I downloaded Tinder when it like first came out because we wanted to figure out the algorithm. We wanted to figure out like, oh, what makes someone come up on like our feed when we first open the app. And it goes by the people that like have swiped right on you first. So like we initially downloaded it to like try it out. And then it just became a joke. So like, no, this is rated R maybe. I basically asked for I basically asked for dick pics on my Tinder as a joke.
God,
Like, as a joke. But then dudes
as a joke, yeah,
As a joke,
on Snapchat, and then they just sent them. And like these dudes don't
surprise!
understand.
Whoa!
These
I
dudes
asked for
don't
them, and they
understand.
sent me them.
Ask and you shall
OMG.
receive.
But these dudes don't understand that like girls, they open them with their girlfriends and just laugh at it.
Guys, it was just a prank,
Don't
okay?
do
I didn't
that.
actually want them.
April Fools.
It's just a prank.
But so I mean, it just turned into a joke, and then I just kept it up because it was funny to like randomly, like when I'm hanging out with girlfriends, like you want to see something funny, and then I just open up my Snapchat. So
Wait,
That
a thing?
would be
That's
funny.
what girls do for fun. Look at some penises.
when dudes
like
like,
what?
send
What? Excuse me? What's going on
Is this
right
a
now?
pastime?
the chat's going crazy, bro. That's super fucked up. Just one.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I mean, I took that down because it became a little much, and so yeah, I've not taken a dating app seriously, guys. I said all that to say that.
What in the world?
I know.
Interesting.
I know. So don't send dick pics, guys.
Now
We
I
don't really
understand
like it.
why you like are dumbing down the Tinder, because like you need these guys that are
Yeah.
dumb and they'll send it right over.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You get it now.
It's connecting now. I get it. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, I mean, it's dating apps to me aren't really serious unless you're like paying for a service that's like a Match.com or like an eHarmony, where it's like they're legitimately setting you up with like a dating profile with your personality. I just don't see. I feel like dating apps are like hookup apps only.
I would disagree.
Right, that's Tinder.
I feel Tinder is a hookup app. I feel like there's other
You
dating
think
apps.
Hinge is not?
I don't think it is,
You think
personally
Hinge is
speaking.
like more serious?
Well, yeah, I
They
mean,
try to be anti-Tinder.
they're trying to be the opposite. If you look at like their whole like value proposition, it's like designed to be deleted. Like that's where you see everywhere, like under the description, is like it's designed so like you can find somebody and then you can delete the app. Like there's actually like a button on the app that you press and it deletes your like account forever, because like that's their whole goal. They don't want you to keep the app because they want you to find somebody, if that makes any sense.
And like long term, you don't
Long-term
just, like,
relationship.
and come back to it. The app, yeah.
Exactly.
What do you think, Daisy? Should we try out Hinge?
I would highly recommend it.
Back next time.
Okay. But I did hear something interesting on TikTok. This girl was
What?
saying, instead of having a Bumble app, we should call it Humble. And instead of
saw
swiping
that.
right, did you guys see that one?
I saw that
No,
one.
that sounds interesting. Humble. What would this
That's
app
what
be
I'm
like?
about.
What is the
Why didn't
idea?
you swipe on me?
What?
It's why didn't you swipe on me?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like instead of swiping right, you swipe left. And yeah.
You match with people where you both swiped like that you didn't want to see them.
Oh,
You
Yes.
didn't want to date them. And then you're like, you talk about it. Why didn't you want to date me? Yeah.
Right.
that's genius. I had a dating app idea, kind of similar. So
Kind of similar.
I actually thought about this. I actually came up with a Figma mock-up and everything. Like I was actually gonna like,
Did you?
because I just had an idea one day. I got really excited about it. The app idea was called Sound Room, and I got it inspired by dogehouse because it's like audio, like voice chat. So basically, it's similar to like, it's basically a blind dating app. So like maybe like you would be swiping left or right, and you would see people's profile picture, and that's it. Like you wouldn't be swiping through a bunch of pictures. Swipe left or right. Maybe there's an audio bio. And yeah, so when you swipe right on somebody, when you get matched, you don't see their pictures. Like you literally have a blind date. You can only hear them. Like you guys are just talking to each other, as opposed to like video chat or meeting them in person. That way, like, you know, I guess like the dates would be a lot more like, you know, not
Wait,
based on
isn't that
physical
that one internet
appearances.
that you use then called eGirl or eGirl GG or something?
Wait, what?
Yeah, where you
okay,
can
so
just hear the audio of the person.
So eGirl GG is like a little bit different paradigm. It's not about dating. So what it is like you can pay money to have a girl or guy do something with you for like a set amount of time. So like the common thing you do is like you pay for like 60-minute time block and you play League of Legends or a different game with them. That's like the main use case, if you will.
I mean, it's like the rent a friend idea. It's
Exactly,
not totally off, like, you know, that's not
okay.
totally crazy. I think that's pretty normal. I mean, that's
It was an idea.
Andrew, it sounds like you can put in a pull request for that and then just add it to Dogehouse.
Dogehouse dating.
You're dating.
Dogehousedating.com. Dating.dogehouse.
Dating.dogehouse.
.tv.
I will say, like, because audio is a lot more intimate, like, because you're not like, if you're having a conversation with someone through audio, you're hearing their tone, like you're hearing, you know, just in general, it's you're able to kind of figure out like what the other person is actually thinking versus over text. It's a lot harder to kind of figure out if someone's actually upset or if someone's being sarcastic. So I think it's a lot more intimate in that aspect. So I mean I can see that taking off a bit, Andrew, because that is what's missing in the online realm is audio. And perfect example, like Clubhouse took off and now we have Dogehouse here where audio is like the main, I guess, main feature for the site. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's great. I think Dogehouse.
Thumbs up for Daisy.
Personally, I feel like I communicate better through like voice audio rather than text and like text only. So
Same.
I like the audio because I like also like I listen for tone and stuff.
Right.
And you just can't get that on text. I mean, you can, but like it's harder, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Like I abuse my audio message powers to my friends that have iMessages. I serenade them almost every morning, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that here. But yeah, I do like the audio a lot, to be honest. I prefer it.
I have a question for Daisy. So earlier you were talking about how like the guys you're talking about that you like don't go outside, right? And go to events. But then you also said that like you didn't like online stuff either. So it kind of sounds like you're in a deadlock where like all your options don't work. You know what I mean? Like, do you think about that?
You're right. Of course I've thought about that. So I just stopped looking. So I just kind of like accepted it and just, you know.
Just let them come. Yeah, just let them come. They'll eventually come find you. I feel like
a temporary thing or like temporarily you're like, I'll just like, you know, I'll just wait. Like how long will you wait for, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, how long will you wait?
What do you mean? What? Like
how long will you wait for your knight in shining armor?
So right now,
sounds like you gave up.
Oh, that's not a priority for me.
Sounds like you gave up.
No, that's what she said. She said she gave up.
Yeah, it's not a priority for me. You know, it's not something that I need.
She's in no rush. She's not in a rush.
So like, but if he came, like, cool. But if he doesn't come anytime soon, cool.
It's like, okay, well, yeah. Like, I'm just on a different path than most people, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And is that because you're prioritizing your career right now?
A bit, yeah. So I don't feel like I have a lot of time for dating anyways. You know, burnout is such a real thing. It sucks working and then doing school and then feeling like school is like a roadblocker somehow just because I don't really like school. I feel like I can be doing more productive things than school, but I have to get out of the way because I'm a first gen, you know, child of immigrant parents.
Yeah.
So they would want someone to go to college because they didn't get that opportunity. So I just have a lot going on right now.
Especially while you're in school. Once you're out of school, you're gonna have so much more time. Like, because like when you're in school, you do your class, however long it takes to do class. Then you have like all your homework, and then you got studying. So like you're never off the clock when you're in school. But once you graduate, after 5, like you can do whatever you want. And the weekends, you have the weekends off. So like that's so many more hours that you have to do whatever you want. And I feel like that's totally fine to just wait until you're not busy anymore.
Especially with our school, like the burnout is probably like way high because like it's self-paced, but it's also accelerated at the same time because of like the timeline that we give ourselves to finish our school. Like I feel like it would be a huge distraction to date right now for Daisy and I.
Yeah.
It's accelerated. Is it less than 4 years? Is that how it works?
It's way less than 4 years. Well, it depends on how.
Right. It's supposed to be less than 4 years, but I don't know. I have work as well, and this is really difficult, but it's, still there, I guess.
When do you graduate?
It's different, though. You already have a job. So,
right. Yeah,
like, you don't have to worry about finishing too fast.
Yeah, but sometimes I get like impatient, and that's a bad thing that I have. I've always had that, and it's not good.
Impatient for what? To finish school?
Yeah, to finish school.
When do you graduate?
So I was supposed to graduate this year, but I'm behind, so I don't know when.
Yeah, I was supposed to graduate in April.
Okay.
Like now, but now I've extended a term, so I will be graduating in October.
Sounds like accelerated is going to be normal.
Exactly. It's just normal school.
Yeah. For me, it's still accelerated. Like I have to grind through
it's not.
I have to grind through 35 more units this term so that I can graduate. So
I don't miss school. Somebody in the chat just said, now I miss school. I don't miss it at all.
Nah, you guys don't. You shouldn't miss school at all. Like discrete math has held me back for so long. That class took me 4 months when it should have taken me like a month.
Yeah.
Your job sucks right now. School is great though. That's how that usually works.
Yeah, I'm focusing full-time on school, so like I really have no excuse. I'm not even working.
I was considering leaving my job to just focus on school. But then I was like, no, I really like my job and I get paid pretty good and like so much good stuff,
Are you working like to get yourself through school? Like, are you paying for your school, or is it just to like have a little bit of extra cash?
No, like this is paying like my school and like my mortgage and like supporting family and stuff.
Like mortgage, like you're paying for your family's mortgage? Is that what you mean by? You said mortgage. What, like your parents' mortgage?
Like no, I forget that I'm a homeowner. So I recently bought my own house.
Wait, you own a house?
I just forget sometimes.
Wait. You own your own house?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Hey guys, we have a very, very credible bachelorette. If anyone in chat would
That's
like to
so badass, Daisy. I literally did not know this.
Did you guys? Arizona. I feel like the prices here are not that. I mean, it's definitely doable if you've been working for a long time and you have enough in your state. I've been working since I was 16, so it was kind of easier for me to qualify, but I know that it's not it's almost a privilege to qualify for a house, because I know many people struggle to get their like first loan approved. But it's definitely doable with a software engineering job, like especially in this field. So
Where do you live?
yeah, Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, nice.
Yeah, houses are definitely more affordable there. Try finding a house in California.
No, I'm
Rip.
not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I was gonna tell Daisy, like, it's probably easier for us to find dudes like while we're in school. But our school, like, since it's online, like, yeah, there's
no, there's no way.
Yeah, I know. There's like no way. Unless you're like simping for your professor and like
no
talk to your professor, but that's also just not normal.
Yeah. No rush, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I mean, I feel like
plan.
Yeah. I think you'll find someone. I think we'll find you someone in Tech Talk at some point.
Are you I was gonna say, are you doing a coding boot camp as well with all of this, or are you done with that?
I finished that last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so you did a coding boot camp
already? Oh my gosh. Yes.
So, nice. What the heck?
Yeah. Again, I don't know why I would do that. I don't know. Like,
there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's pretty good. I think that's pretty cool that you wanted to do that. How did it go?
Thank you. It went pretty well, pretty fast. I do recommend boot camps if you're like super entry level and you need somebody there to give you like a schedule, then boot camps are for you. But if you're a self-starter and you initiate stuff on your own, then I would go with like the self-starter route, like not the self-starter, the self-taught route. But
did you feel like you didn't get like the connections to get a job from the coding boot camp?
Not really, because so the boot camp that I did was during the pandemic. So all of our classes were online, and it's very hard to make contacts when you're like communicating through Zoom. Yeah. I don't know, it's just not the same as if you were going like in class, and in person it's different.
I mean, it's the fact that you've already been through a coding bootcamp. I don't think you should worry about finding a job, because I know you're worried about like securing a job once you're done graduating. But if you've already finished the coding bootcamp, like you have no reason to worry.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm worried.
I don't know. I just wish I had more time to actually code in like long periods of time. Yeah. Because I know that when I'm coding for like an hour or two, you do make progress, but it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not advancing. So
you'll get there. We'll all get there.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I think we're gonna go ahead and probably wrap this up. Andrew, if you want to wrap it up for us.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, I'm probably gonna stay in the dogehouse thing though after.
You're gonna chill for a little bit, okay?
Yeah,
probably
so
me too. Yeah, well, this has been fun, guys. Thank you so much for joining, Daisy and Ben Awad. Thank you, all of our listeners, for being really active in the chat, being good listeners. So this is the Uncaught Exceptions podcast. We do this every week. We have a new guest every week, sometimes two guests like we did today. My name is Andrew Robles, and my co-host is Krystal. Paris is the other co-host. He wasn't able to come today. But if you guys have the chance, please be on the lookout on Dogehouse for our next podcast around the same time next week. And with that, I say good night to you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining.
Good night.
Good night.